India was so dominant through the finish in Rajkot. Can they seal the deal in Ranchi and extend their proud winning record in Test series at home? Or will England, who fought so hard and valiantly for most of this Test series, push it to a decider in Dharamsala? Welcome to ESPN Cricinfo Match Day. We're building up to Test match number 4 between India and England in the company of Sanjay Manjrekar. Sanjay, thank you again for your time. Hope you've had a good few days off. The big news ahead of the fourth test is the absence of Jasprit Bumrah. He has been rested for this one. India giving him what will end up being about a 15-day break between Rajkot and Dharamsala. Where do you stand on that decision? Could India have waited to seal the deal in Ranchi before resting him?
Resting him for this test match shows you the state of mind of the Indian team management. I think they are now very confident that they can actually, beat England without the services of Bumrah, and that is saying a lot because he's made such a huge contribution. Having said that, the last test they could do without the Bumrah contribution. They still won the test match. So that's made them a little more confident. Uh, Resting a player, I mean, it's a very, contemporary policy, and various people have various views on it. But my reading of Bumrah being rested for this crucial test match just tells you how sure India is of, their position against the opposition, that they're okay with resting Bumrah in this match, and that's really because of what Siraj did in the last test.
Bumrah's absence does mean a lot of decisions, not just in terms of personnel. We'll come to that in a bit, but also in the planning in terms of the pitch. Would Bumrah's absence and seeing that there is a gulf between whoever is the replacement fast bowler potentially for Bumrah, given that gulf, would India flirt with the idea of perhaps a more turning surface where they go in with four spinners?
See, the only time they had a real turning pitch was the test match that they lost. What that does is that it makes the English spin attack, which is pretty inexperienced, uh, look better and trouble the Indian batters a little more. But with Sarfraz in the team and everything, things might change a little bit. But it's just playing a little into the hands of the English team, because the spinners will be better, and because we have a new emerging batting lineup, they might be put under pressure a little more on a ranked turn. I'm talking about a ranked turner. Plus, the England batting on a ranked turner will have the license to play the baz ball even more, like they did in Hyderabad. So I think India should stick to the kind of pitches that they had in the last two test matches, typical Indian test match pitch, and that just shuts England out of the game.
Yeah, the last time we had a test in Ranchi, it was one of those closer to typical Indian pitches where India batted first, made nearly 500, then bowled out South Africa twice to win by an innings in which 10 wickets were taken by the fast bowlers Shami and Umesh Yadav. So now that you have the template, let's go into the personnel. If you're saying not four spinners and retain your two options on the bench, Mukesh Kumar, who played the second test, and you have Akash Deep, who's come into the squad before the third. Who would you go with?
I'm hearing that the team management and the people around the Indian team are very excited with what they see of Akash Deep. In the last match, we had Dhruv Jurel play in place of KS Bharat, and something that we discussed on this platform as well, that it is a good time to keep looking at new talent, considering that it's not such a pivotal position where, one certain selection will completely change the look of the team. And I think the same with this inclusion. If, I would want to see Akash Deep, Bumrah not being there, there's a lot of responsibility in Mohammad Siraj. And I think we've seen enough of Mukesh Kumar now. It's not that he should be completely sort of sidelined, but like Jurel, who was picked in the last match, let's have a look at Akash Deep, because everyone around are pretty excited with what he has to offer. Plus, a guy who's played a lot of domestic cricket, and we see what happens with people who have played domestic cricket and then suddenly play in a home series. So I would go in that direction.
Yeah, the reports from the Nets also suggest that Akash Deep was firing it rather quick, has that pace advantage distinctly over Mukesh. One final question, Rajat Patidar, he would have probably thought at the end of the Rajkot test that with KL Rahul likely to come back, it might be the end of his chances for this series. But he looks likely to get another go with Rahul not there. What are any adjustments for him to make? He did look promising in the first innings he played of his debut test.
A little loose, and it comes as a surprise for me because I've seen him in the IPL and I've followed his first class scores. So he's a guy, and talking to people who have coached him, think he's got a very good sort of basic um, qualities like judgment of length, looks very balanced and relaxed in the crease. But on the kind of pitches that you have, your slow turning pitches, I think he tends to just push, not casually. It looks a very casual style, but he needs to get a little tighter. And the only thing, I'm sure the team management would be working on it, that if he's looking to defend, then he might as well have a stale bat rather than pushing, uh, you know, a defensive shot that is a push. If you're looking for a single, that's fine. So yeah, maybe a still bat, a little tighter, and really into it. I think he needs to take his focus to the next level. Couple of very loose shots, and I just hope that this kind of feeling that he'll get, that this might be the last shot before KL Rahul gets fit, just spurs him on to become that much tighter because he seems to have all the other qualities.
Right, we shall leave it at that. We look forward to your company through the test match, Sanjay. Sanjay Manjrekar will be joining us from Ranchi every day at the end of day's play. Be sure to join us then on ESPN Cricinfo Match Day.